Hello everybody and welcome to this presentation. Today we'll be covering presenting a webinar using Microsoft Office Live Meeting. Now this particular tool is very effective because it has good reach and we can present webinars to a large audience. Webinar attendees generally won't have the ability to interact with us with voice and audio. That's something that we reserve for presenters, but they will be able to ask us questions and receive answers as the meetings go on. Webinars can be very effective tools because they allow us to very quickly present a professional message, and at the same time we can obtain some great content and video content, and people can come back and view the webinar whenever they wish using a link. So it's a very effective medium for presenting content to a user base. Live meeting has been designed to be reasonably intuitive and enable us to conduct a meeting pretty easily and pretty effectively. The most important controls that you'll find are those associated with the voice and video controls, which is the ability to switch your cameras on and off and your microphone on and off, control your audio, and the little button down the bottom here enables you to move through the slides in your PowerPoint presentation. So if we move over here, we'll run quickly through the system requirements. Now, Office Live Meeting has a couple of different variants. It has a Windows-based client, which is a full-featured Windows program, which needs to be installed on the user's computer. And there are some automatic scripts which allow that installation to take place. Those who don't have a Windows-based machine, or in fact don't have the ability to install applications on their computer, can still attend our webinars by using the Office Live Meeting Web Access client, which is basically a Java application which will allow people with things such as Macs or Linux-based machines to attend a webinar and interact with us. Just the same as a Windows computer, with a couple of minor reductions in functionality. If you are going to be presenting at a webinar, there are a couple of other requirements, a webcam and a microphone. Now, a camera is of course optional, but it can add some interest for viewers, so we'd recommend a camera if you can get hold of one. And a microphone and speakers or a headset are going to be required so that people will be able to speak with you and hear from you. Some sort of reasonable internet connectivity. This isn't going to require a direct connection to the backbone, but a good internet connection if from the location that you're going to be attending the webinar or conducting the presentation. And Microsoft Office 2003 or 2007 to produce a PowerPoint presentation. So they're really the requirements for a presenter. The first step is going to be to prepare your content. So you're going to just grab your material together that you want to present as a part of the session. The next step is going to be to prepare a PowerPoint presentation, and we're not going to try and cover PowerPoint development today, but a PowerPoint is a reasonably easy content type to prepare. Any other file types that you want to use for the session, if you can grab those together and forward them through to your meeting organizer, and they'll be able to ensure that they're also available for delivery. But the primary step in your presentation or getting your presentation together is going to be to prepare a PowerPoint presentation. The next step is going to be to actually connect to the webinar. So when you're ready to join the meeting, and I'd suggest you test your system with the links that are shown here prior to the meeting, but you'll click the Join the Meeting button, and that will connect you to the webinar interface. You will be asked to put a name into the little name box. Essentially, that name box will be the name that people will see you as in the meeting itself, and then click the Continue button to join the meeting. The meeting interface itself is reasonably intuitive. It consists of shared files which are located over in one section. So basically they're the files that people are going to see on the screen. The voice and video window, which is down the bottom there, and as I've said, that's a little window that's sitting here at the moment where I can adjust the volume. I can also do things such as configure my audio, etc., by using the options button. So that's one that you'll use quite a bit. The attendees window, now as you can see over here, I'm the only one in this particular session at the moment as I'm recording it, but you'll notice in here we'd have the ability to invite some people by email if we wish. We'll also have the ability to interact with our users and change permissions, etc., or create some rooms for discussion, etc. there. You'll also notice that then we have our questions and answers section. Now, as I mentioned previously, most of our attendees will be attending via, they'll be able to hear us and see us, but generally we don't want hundreds of people presenting audio and video, and so we manage that component, the audio and video, and we allow them to type a question in here and then hit the ask button. When the questions are answered, the answers will appear back down in the little box at the right. So they still get to interact with us as we continue on our way. Controlling the PowerPoint presentation, of course, is as simple as using the up-down buttons to move through the slides. So you'll notice that's now brought us through to the next slide in the presentation, which shows you a little bit more detail with regard to controlling your voice and video. So you have the ability to disconnect. This is the window that everybody sees. This is the ability to change slides. That's always down in the bottom right hand corner. You'll notice that that's a little preview of your video image, and you can set up your video and audio sources and auto tune and that sort of stuff using the options button. So to move through to the next slide, I'll click the next button again, and you'll notice there's the next slide of the PowerPoint. Of course, if you wish to draw attention to stuff that's on the screen for your users, you can use the little bar that's down the bottom here. So you'll notice that one brings up a little red highlight. I can then click, and you'll notice that that's moving across the screen. And when we can see that moving around like so, that's showing on the other users' screens. So we can use stuff like that to help us mark up our PowerPoint. Likewise, we can put little ticks, little tick boxes and things next to stuff on the screen like so, and just to accentuate our presentation as we're proceeding. And there's a little remove clear annotations box located down the bottom to remove annotations from our PowerPoint presentation. So it's very, very simple to talk, be heard, and move through the slides of your PowerPoint for the users. Next slide. Obviously, we have the ability to record our webinars. Now, the ability to record the webinar means that users can come back and view this presentation at a later date. Our questions and answers information from our questions and answers box will be available for our users at a later date. Our discussion topics can be created which talk about the things that were discussed as a part of the webinar, and we can also produce video presentations of the webinar like this one for distribution to a wider audience. Recording your webinar is as simple as clicking on the recording button. You can either record it locally or record it to your service, depending upon which option you select. The file will be in a different location, and then click the record button to record the seminar. So the PowerPoint presentation as well should also be made available for users to download to support the presentation. That rounds up what we were going to cover as a part of this presentation. Obviously, I would recommend prior to running a webinar that you spend a little bit of time with your meeting organizer and practice running through your PowerPoint using the up and down buttons, etc., making sure your camera and your audio are working fine, but that should all be a very, very quick and easy process. Thanks very much for viewing the presentation today. Please, any additional questions that you have or support as regards being a presenter with your seminar, please refer those to your meeting organiser.